One thing that was on my mind recently is how I've heard a lot of people say, this isn't something that's, it happened recently, but this is something throughout my life I've heard people say that they're bad with names. And they always say that in advance whenever they're walking into a new environment, they're in a new classroom, a new work environment, starting a new job, meeting somebody new. They say, "Oh, I'm bad with names, so my apologies if I don't get it right away." And I was thinking about this, and I thought about how this relates to people's perceptions of their ability to paint or to make artwork or to do something similar. And a lot of people say, "Oh, I have no artistic talent. I can't draw. I can't paint. I can't, be creative or something." Well, I guess people don't. Maybe people don't as often say that they aren't creative, but you'll hear a lot of people say that they can't draw or they can't paint. And I was thinking that this is related to people saying they're bad with names, and I was thinking about how because of the fact that so many people say that they can't draw or that they are worse than average, it really makes the average so much lower. And so, in reality, even though say 80% of people say that they can't draw, if you have the average based on the calculation of all these different people, and 80% of people saying that they're below average, then that's mathematically impossible. You can only have 50% of people be below average for drawing. And so I think that this applies to names and people's ability to remember names and that sort of thing. And it's interesting too because you never hear anybody say that they're good with names. I don't think I've ever heard that. I mean, maybe I just forgot hearing it, but I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that they're good with names. And so that makes me think about people's ability to draw versus their perception of their ability to draw. So I think that in reality, people are a lot better with names than they think they are. So that's something to keep in mind whenever you think that you're bad with names. Think about how with drawing that the vast majority of people say that they're bad at drawing, they can't draw, that they're worse than the average. But if you do the math, only half of people can be below average with drawing, and the same thing applies to names. So that's one thing to keep in mind next time you think that you're bad with names. I've said that myself that I'm bad with names, but just think about it. Only half of people can be worse than average. So that's my thought of the day. Thanks for watching.